Those of you who know me will know that I'm actually quite into my bike riding, road biking in particular, long distance cycling, speed, all that sort of stuff. I've got a Boardman Road Race 2011 model, and since it's getting warmer, it's really the perfect time to get back into my cycling. So I thought I'd put together a bike video, as you know, it's something new. I like experimenting. I don't know until I've tried, so it might go down quite well with you guys. It might fail. I'll see the reaction this video gets. I'm going to try and make it interesting, maybe commentate through the footage that I collected in my GoPro, explain a bit about the route that I took, why I enjoy doing it, and the speed that these things can reach, and the tough aspects to the riding when I'm doing long distance, and the easier parts, and just really why, again, I find it such an enjoyable thing to do, and it's incredibly good for stamina, fitness, cardio, all that sort of stuff. So I recommend you guys should get on road biking, but I'm just being biased. So I'm about to turn left at the traffic lights, and then there's this massive straight with shitty potholes in. If you know UK roads, they're absolutely dreadful. So that's one thing I always have to deal with. But anyway, I go straight for the longest before eventually turning right onto some country lanes, and that's where I'd say the most enjoyable part of the ride is, just going through really kind of narrow, and they're not all narrow, but just peaceful roads with fields and scenery and just the fresh air and nature around you. That's probably the most enjoyable aspect for me, and there's all different variables with the roads because it often changes between ascents and descents, so it's a good little challenge and a good balance between a workout and being able to take it quite casually. Here on this flat, I'm taking it quite steadily, probably averaging about 20 miles per hour or so. If I was really going for it, I could probably reach near 30. These bikes literally do pick up speed if you properly go for it, and with training, of course, the stronger muscles you have in your legs, etc, etc, the lighter you are, the lighter the bike is, the more speed you'll get. And then downhill likewise, if you tuck yourself into an aerodynamic position and just go for it and just breeze through the air, then you can hit up to 40, 50 miles per hour. I think there's some riders out there who've competed in the Tour de France that have even hit speeds such as 70, 80, more than the motorway speed limit in the UK, which is insane. For real, these bikes are seriously the absolute deal. They're the creme de la creme. I'd love to get a full carbon fibre bike at one point, maybe a Pinarello Dogma or an S-Works, something along those lines, but I'm gonna have to do a bit of saving for that because they can be in the thousands, but they're incredible machines. So right here is where the country lanes begin. There's a little downhill section before I reach my first kind of challenging incline, and then there's a slight flat. It starts to level out a bit. It's not completely flat, but it's leveling out, and then it goes over this bridge and the country lane carries on, as you'll see, and eventually we get to a really quiet road and it goes into a narrow lane with just fields surrounded around the lane, and it's just peaceful. As I said before, it's just a really nice area to ride. So this is definitely my favourite area to ride, to practice, to train. It's just bliss, really. I do prefer kind of veering off the main roads a bit and going into the unknown. damp bridge here is so dangerous because you can't see the cars that are coming over it, so you just have to take a gamble, and there's only really enough room for one car, one vehicle at the most, so even me squeezing my bike over it is a risk, so I kind of just take a gamble, try and listen out for any cars and just go over it. Anyway, like the remaining footage, there's still quite a lot to get through, and I don't want to have to make this video way over the 10-minute mark, especially because it's kind of an experiment, something new. I don't know if bike ride videos are going to go down with you guys, so I'm going to try and condense the footage as much as possible, cut it down now, get straight to maybe the more exciting parts of the ride, and just keep it more edited and fluid. So here's my first proper downhill section where you can reach speeds up to like 40 miles per hour on these types of bikes, and then there's a big incline before I come onto some residential roads near my house, and then there's another big decline where again I really try and go for it, and I can reach up to 40 miles per hour or even more if I'm trying harder, and that's where the fun is towards the end of my bike ride. There's just a massive decline and I absolutely just go for it, and the first time I go for it, this Nissan Qashqai, as you'll see, for some reason brakes on the slope and kind of tries to turn in towards the curb on the left, which forces me over and almost like traps me in between a fucking truck that's parked. I don't know why that happened. So I was pretty pissed. It ruined my speed, so I went up the hill and did it again for a second time and got a better run that time, and then I finished off my ride. But anyway, I'll let the footage roll so you can see the decline and the speed. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been an experiment, something different, as you know. If you like these types of videos, you want me to incorporate more cycling footage into my vids, then please be sure to let me know in the comments, and I hope you're all doing well. I'll see you soon for the next vid. Peace guys, take care.